They said money answers all things. But what if the money answered you back? In the heart of Lagos, where dreams cost more than rent, a broke student named Aisha found an ATM that didn't just give cash, it gave judgment. Every night it whispered riddles of greed, love, and truth. And when her heart was pure, gold poured like mercy. But when envy came close, the city learned some blessings come with teeth. Aisha counted the last 200 naira notes between trembling fingers. Her hostel room smelled of gari and stale hope. Outside, Lagos buzzed like an impatient generator, drowning her prayers. She whispered, God, if you see me, just one miracle. That night, she dreamed of a machine glowing in the dark, its screen pulsing like a heartbeat, its voice calling her name. When she woke, the dream clung to her like perfume she couldn't wash off. By dusk, her slippers slapped the wet pavement near Yaba bus stop. She stopped at a lonely ATM. Its light flickered once, then steadied. Her reflection blinked, but the mouth on the screen moved first. Aisha, do you seek cash or truth? Her breath froze. The air smelled of ozone and palm oil smoke. Truth can't buy food, she whispered. The screen shimmered. Neither can lies. Aisha thought it was madness. Yet the ATM spoke again, softer now. Answer one riddle, and I will feed your hunger. She laughed bitterly, but hunger mocks pride. What is richer than gold but unseen? She guessed. Love? The slot blinked, and out came a hot meat pie and 5,000 naira. Her knees buckled. She ran home crying and laughing at once. That night, she told no one. But the next evening, she returned, curiosity gnawing her ribs. Will you test again? She nodded. Then guard your heart. My blessing attracts thieves. The next morning, her neighbor Bello, a street-smart hustler, watched her pocket strange gifts. His smile was sharp as broken glass. The following night, rain slicked the pavement like glass. Aisha arrived barefoot, clutching a soaked umbrella. The ATM glowed gold, humming like a choir. What do you give before you receive? Gratitude, she said instantly. Coins rained from the slot, real silver naira coins long out of circulation. They glimmered like tiny moons. She dropped them in her bag, heart pounding with awe. But just beyond the ATM lights, Bello crouched behind a kiosk. His eyes gleamed. He muttered, "If she can draw money from ghosts, I can too." As Aisha walked home, she felt someone following her. A shadow, a whisper, then silence. The night swallowed her footprints, and the machine powered down with a sigh, as if it too feared what was coming. By morning, Bello had told half the street that a girl had found a miracle ATM. Market women joked, bus conductor shouted, "Madam ATM Prophetess." Crowds began to gather near Yaba's corner machine. Aisha avoided it for days, afraid, yet her stomach growled and rent loomed. She returned at dawn when the city still yawned. "Do you come alone?" "Yes." "Good. Others bring greed." When she withdrew, the cash came sealed in a white envelope with her name in gold ink. The note read, "The city is watching. Do not boast of the unseen." Her chest tightened. Still, word spread faster than prayer. Men with phones recorded her. "Smile, ATM queen," they jeered. She ran, clutching her envelope, unaware Bello had followed with darker plans. Bello watched Aisha vanish into the crowd. His envy burned. "So the ATM only talks to her?" he spat. He waited till night, then swaggered to the machine, drunk on pride. "Oga ATM, talk to me now." Silence. He slapped the screen. "You can't fool Bello." The ATM flickered once and hissed. The greedy hear their own echoes. The card slot opened. He jammed his card in and screamed. Electricity surged. Blue light wrapped around him like a serpent. His card burst into flame. He staggered back, clutching his hand, palm etched with faint glowing digits. 777. The next day, he told no one. But when Aisha saw the burn on his hand, she understood. The ATM had marked him. One night, as thunder cracked over Lagos, Bello cornered Aisha outside the hostel gate. He hissed, "Give me the secret. You think you can own blessing alone?" "I didn't ask for it," she cried. He grabbed her bag. The coins spilled, gleaming under the storm. Suddenly, lightning struck the nearest pole, sparks flying like angry spirits. Bello fell backward, eyes wide with terror. When Aisha looked up, the ATM across the road glowed through the rain, brighter than ever. Its voice echoed over the thunder. "Greed calls lightning." She dragged Bello under shelter as he trembled. His burn marks had spread, digits pulsing under his skin. "Tell no one," she begged. But Bello's heart was already rotting from envy. By morning, her story would belong to the whole city. Within days, journalists swarmed Yaba. Headlines screamed, "Mystery ATM heals, burns and speaks." Influencers posed for selfies. Pastors quoted verses. Hackers tried to break its code. But the ATM refused everyone. Aisha hid indoors. Police came knocking. "Miss Aisha, na you dey perform miracles, abi?" "I'm just a student," she whispered. When night fell, she knelt before the machine again, tears mingling with rain. "Why me?" Because the city forgot gratitude. "And if I fail?" "Then the city will eat itself." The light dimmed. Behind her, Bello watched from a black-tinted car, his eyes fever bright. He wasn't alone this time. Soon, the miracle turned curse. Queues snaked for blocks. People prayed, fought, even fainted before the ATM. One woman left her child there overnight, hoping the machine would bless him. Aisha's name became a chant, ATM prophetess, and a threat. She avoided crowds, yet guilt gnawed her. The machine's riddles grew darker. When man worshipped the gift, they killed the giver. She shivered. That night, she dreamed of Lagos drowning in golden coins, people clawing and choking on wealth. At the center stood the ATM, whispering her name. When she woke, her window glowed faint gold, the same hue as the machine. Someone had written across the glass, in ash, "Bring me the key of mercy."
Kelechi, her longtime friend, knocked that morning. His voice shook. "Aisha, I need to tell you something. Before you found it, I heard that ATM too. It asked my heart, would you share your last bread? I lied. The screen went dark. Tears filled his eyes. Maybe you were chosen because you're true." Aisha trembled. The note said, "Key of mercy." What does that mean? He looked away. There's an old church built over the old bank vault, maybe the origin. They walked there at sunset, alleys glowing with suya smoke and gospel echoes. Inside, under cracked glass, lay a rusty key glowing faintly. When Aisha touched it, whispers filled the air. Forgive and be forgiven. But in the shadows, Bello listened, recording everything. That night, Aisha held the key under moonlight. The ATM's voice rose from her phone speaker, though it was unplugged. Guard the key. It can unlock blessing or unleash greed. She whispered, "Why me? Still?" "Because you still ask why, not how much." She smiled sadly, but Kelechi's eyes lingered on the key too long. When she drifted to sleep, he stayed awake, scrolling Bello's viral posts. Miracle ATM exposed. One key unlocks Lagos. He clenched his fists. If I can control it, I can end this madness. Outside, thunder rolled again, low and heavy, as if the city held its breath. Aisha walked to distant sirens and chanting. Hundreds surrounded the ATM now, praying for money, for healing, for fame. The noise was feverish. She pushed through, clutching the key. "Enough!" she cried. The crowd froze as the machine spoke through loudspeakers now. Only gratitude can silence greed. The crowd knelt, whispering thanks. For a moment, peace returned, sweet, fragile, like dawn after storm. Aisha inserted the key. The screen opened like a portal, showing rivers, children laughing, markets alive, Lagos renewed. The voice said softly, "You have opened the door of gratitude." Light poured through her eyes, but behind the crowd, Kelechi turned away, jaw tight, heart poisoned by doubt. He had seen another reflection, his own face smiling from inside the golden portal. Kelechi's mind burned. "Why her again?" he muttered. "We both prayed, both suffered." Bello found him that night at a bar. "You want control? She has the key. You just need courage." Courage or sin? Same thing when reward is waiting. They struck a pact, half desperation, half envy. Meanwhile, Kelechi prayed under flickering candlelight. "Let the city learn." Her door creaked open. A soft voice, Kelechi's, said, "Forgive me in advance." By the time she looked up, the key was gone. Outside, the city lights blinked twice, then dimmed. The machine was awakening again. Kelechi reached the ATM first. "If it tests hearts, I'll prove mine strong." He inserted the key. The machine whispered, "To command light, surrender love." He hesitated, then nodded, tears hot. "Take it." Golden light engulfed him. For a heartbeat, Lagos glowed brighter than day, then silence. When Aisha arrived, the street was empty. The ATM cracked open like a wounded beast. Only a faint hum remained. On the ground lay Kelechi's bracelet, the one she gave him. She screamed his name, but the echo came from within the machine. He passed the test of greed. by losing himself. The next morning, Lagos woke to miracles. Debts erased, sick healed, streets clean. News anchors rejoiced, but Aisha's heart broke. The ATM stood silent, smoking gently. Then its screen blinked. Insert the next heart. She backed away. No more tests. But deep inside, she heard Kelechi's voice whisper her name, soft, pleading. At night, she dreamed of him standing inside the glowing portal, reaching out. Set me free, or join me. She woke gasping. The machine across the street flickered back to life. Aisha ran through rain, barefoot and crying. The ATM now pulsed like a living heart. Aisha, it called in Kelechi's voice. You opened the door, now open yourself. Her hands shook. The golden key floated from her pocket and slid into the slot by itself. The screen glowed blinding white. Inside the light, Kelechi's face, smiling but hollow. I tried to save you, but the machine wanted you, not me. The ground rumbled. The ATM stretched taller, twisting into human shape, half metal, half flesh, and its eyes were his. Aisha stepped back, whispering, Kelechi? It smiled. No, we are the ATM now. Every tale holds a truth, and every truth hides a warning. If this story moved you, don't just scroll past. Hit subscribe, join the tribe of stories, and step into a world where African legends breathe again. Because here, on African Folktales by Sammie, the past isn't just history, it's alive.